what I mean? How you doing? You chilling? How your mama? She alright? That's what's up, son. Hey, yo, listen, I go by the name of QC. I'm the host of the open mic, No Artist Info. We here at No Artist Info presents Art versus Life. And, you know, we basically just taking a deeper dive into people that's like, you know, artists in our community. Because, like, why the F not? We all here, right? We value each other, right? We value the culture, right? So let's do it. So we're at Starr here in Bushwick, New York. This is the home of the No Artist Info open mic. Take place, you know, from like 7 to like late. Sign-in starts at 7. You know what I mean? Like, definitely check out the bio. You get all the guidelines and all of that shit. All forms of performance art is welcome. You know what I mean? You get a buy one, get one free drink ticket, all that good shit. Much love to Dan Victor Does for his help with the production end of it. You know what I'm saying? DJ Jupiter, you already know. But aside from that, oh, also, this right here, this ain't Gucci. This is No Artist Info merch. Definitely check out our Instagram bio and in the description of this video when we eventually put it there. Get you one. You know what I mean? In the meantime, but first, we got one of our beloved regulars here at the open mic, Molly Indigo.
Yo.
That's your name, right?
That is my name, yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Word.
First time.
First time. Yeah, I know, right? You know, so pleasure.
Pleasure.
Word. So, vocalist, R&B singer.
Yes.
Right?
It's interesting, actually. Been thinking about the genre. I think I might be veering into soul. Yeah, like my shit is sounding less R&B to me.
Yeah.
And more. If I had to pick one.
So let's go into that, because, you know, this is where I can learn, because I'm a rapper. I can tell you about rap all day.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a line between R&B and soul?
There's a slash, right?
Yeah.
I think that the line...
Like a subdivision.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I think, like, a lot of it has to do less with, like, dividing the genre and more about, like, how the voice ends up sounding. And I think, like, I don't know, for me, like, a lot of the soul sounds are very specific, and I feel like I'm hitting those a little bit more. R&B also, I feel like, as a genre, has evolved into what it is today, and I'm definitely not doing contemporary R&B, like, the way that I think it's categorized today on the charts, etc.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charts are interesting.
Yeah,
Word.
they are.
Yeah, I've heard your stuff, yo, and I ain't gonna lie, like, it had me vibing. And it also reminded me of a relatively recent reemergence of R&B and soul these days.
Okay.
Because I think there was like a good 15-year span where all we had was Trey Songz.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And then, like, relatively recently, we started getting, like, Summer Walkers, you know, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And I can hear that similar type of reemergence in your sound, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I draw a lot of, like, I really respect and admire, like, the Summer Walkers, SZAs. Who else is, like, popping off right now?
It's like a list, and it's kind of like I don't even want to try to list it right now because I'm gonna leave somebody out, and I'm like, oh, her for sure.
I think she's in.
Justine Skye.
Yep. Ari Lennox.
Snow Allegra. Ari Lennox.
Yep.
Lucky Day.
Yeah. Oh, Lucky Day.
Facts.
Woo.
You
Fire.
know,
Yes.
Drake. Now let me stop.
All right. Unpopular opinion. Drake is better at R&B than rap.
He is though.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to say, man.
Yeah, right? Like,
it's hard to say.
I know.
Cause he be having those bars when he want to use them, but he knows that the money is in R&B.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's part of it too.
Totally.
You know, but he's really good at R&B.
And maybe his value comes in that he can really murk both.
Yeah, facts. And also, he's good at writing bars, so he'll be having bars in R&B.
Yes.
And that's a rare combination.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Punchlines and the similes and entendres. You know,
yes,
be seeing that.
I do. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So you know what? I hear you on that. I mean, it's a very interesting thing. Drake is a polarizing figure in music, but he's very interesting. I think he brings a lot.
Yes.
You know.
I'm a big fan of Drake's older mixtapes. Like, I like kind of his stuff that I feel like people overlooked, and I'm not trying to be like different. I really like. Do you remember the song Bria's Interlude? He doesn't really do anything on that track.
I gotta hear it again.
All right.
Because I remember I had a phase listening to that a lot.
Yeah.
I can't remember how it sounds.
I like a lot of his old stuff.
Remember how it goes? A little bit?
No.
Right.
I remember I had it on repeat in the limo at prom. Like after my prom,
Oh, word?
I had that shit repeating because I was like, "This is the hypest shit in the world." But
Interlude,
yeah,
the interludes be on the low.
the interludes, A Night Off with
Woo!
Lloyd, like. What else? What other interludes? Yeah, A Night Off is like
different. It meant a lot to see that on that kind of project.
I fuck with Lloyd too.
Lloyd
Heavy.
was on that song.
Lloyd was on A Night Off.
A Night Off. That was
Yeah.
in So Far Gone.
That was on
right?
So Far Gone.
Lloyd was on that.
Lloyd was on that.
I'm gonna have my analysts.
You ever heard?
We'll have my analysts take a look at that. We'll be back here with the stats. On that.
Yeah. Do you ever hear Lloyd's version of Swimming Pools? Kendrick Lamar.
No, I have not.
It's fire.
I haven't heard nothing from Lloyd since. Stop. Wait a minute.
Is that Get It, Shorty?
No.
You know that.
It's from that same era.
All right. Yeah, I fuck with Lloyd.
It's fire. It's good.
Yeah. Lloyd like goes off.
He does.
Yeah, I fuck
Something
with Lloyd.
I ain't heard in a while.
Get It, Shorty is like
That's fire.
That's a classic at this point.
Yeah, especially if you play the Young Jock. You have to play the one with Young Jock.
I agree with that.
Man.
Yes.
Word. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
So one, like, where you from?
I was born in Boston, Mass.
Boston, Mass.
But I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Ann Arbor. All right. Shout out to the Mass, Ann Arbor, Michigan folks.
Yes.
Cool,
Shout
cool.
out. It was cool.
Yeah.
My parents both taught at University of Michigan.
Yeah.
It's a college town.
Yeah.
So I grew up around like college kids. That
You
was
grew up around people puking in the street.
exactly frat
Parties and all
parties. Yeah, it was a mess, hot mess.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. It was all right. I had my hometown is cool. I don't know. I've been in New York a long time now, like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
I actually have been in Bushwick the whole time. I moved here the day after I graduated from college in 2013. Yeah, I had all my shit in garbage bags, bro. And I was like, I pulled up to my boy's house in Harlem and was like, what are we doing? Let's get an apartment. I had like garbage bags. People were like, what is up with this girl? But
Right.
Yeah.
Tailored it out of here, man. We out.
and it's crazy. My sister just moved to New York, and she's on the Upper East Side. And in 2013, when I moved to Bushwick, it was the only neighborhood I could afford. And when
2013,
now
yeah,
she
yes.
moved here, she's like, I want to live in Bushwick, and there are you. And she's like, I cannot afford it. She lives on the Upper East Side, bro.
She can't afford to live in Bushwick, but she live on the Upper East Side. Isn't that more expensive?
Apparently not.
The fuck?
She couldn't find. Yeah, it's crazy. Bushwick
Man.
is changing.
I
But
don't even want to talk about the party.
yeah,
prices, man.
let's not. It's a buzzkill.
depressing.
Yeah.
So like growing up, right?
Yes.
I always love to like get people's like musical Rosetta Stone. You know what I mean? So growing up, like, how was music present in your life? Like, was somebody playing music in the house? Was it like family gatherings, or was it like this thing y'all would like throw on the TV?
Yes, all of the
Artists.
above. I mean, my first memory of hearing music that was like popular, my father, I have this very vivid memory of being in the bathtub at like probably age 4, I want to say, and SWV was playing. And my dad had fucking fire taste. Is it okay that I'm cursing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he had really good taste. I remember, I can't remember the name of that tape, but Human Nature Remix is like all time probably top 5 songs. Like that is for, like the essence of my childhood is that song.
Yeah, even just hearing you talk about it, all I heard was that sample. Love, love, the beat, S, the double. Right,
yeah, SWUVUS. Yeah, that shit is so fire. Downtown's on that tape. Anyway, SWV was like the first. That's my first memory of hearing any kind of music. But yeah, the taste in the house was good. Sade, Erica. There's a lot of R&B going on. My mom was more on the.
They're not too far from Motown.
Well, my mom was a big Motown person.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like Aretha. Roberta Flack was a big one in our house. Lucinda Williams, not Motown,
I like
but
the Foundation.
Yeah. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation was like one of the first albums I owned.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
How'd you get it?
My dad bought it for me.
Yeah.
We used to go to Borders. Do you remember Borders? That might be a
Sound
Midwest
familiar.
thing,
That sound
but it's a
familiar.
bookstore.
It's a
They're now,
bookstore, right?
yeah, they're now out of business for all of
Makes
them.
sense.
But yeah,
Makes sense.
seeing as we don't read books anymore
Right,
here in
yeah.
2021.
Worst case, throw it on a Kindle. You heard?
Yes.
Kindle app.
Exactly. Yes. So I remember that. Who else? Amy Winehouse didn't come out till later, but she was a big influence in my life.
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu, huge. Yeah.
Remember 702?
Do I?
702. They had that song Stilo.
Yes.
You know, and
yes.
I'm like, hey, that shit was fire.
Yes, I love Erykah Badu. Yes.
So like, so how'd you end up like singing and stuff? Like, how did that end up in your life?
You know, it's interesting.
Aside from singing in the shower and shit, like we all.
Yeah. I keep prefacing with "it's interesting" and then talking about myself. I should stop doing that. But yeah, So my parents both taught linguistics, and
Really?
so there was a lot of like emphasis on auditory like sounds in our house, and I always had this like, I don't know if it's OCD, but I always had this thing where I would like repeat sounds. Like if I heard a certain, and I still do it to this day, where I will listen to a song until I can mimic it entirely, like
I love
that,
that,
you know, front to back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started singing at a really young age, and I just, you know, I didn't really own my voice until about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I was singing, you know, I was an a cappella group in college.
Oh, word?
Corny as shit.
Wait, what? Like, it was like a bunch of y'all?
Yeah, a bunch of white people like, ndua,
You had the
ndua.
cardigans?
Yeah, I feel like I rocked a couple cardigans
you
in
had
there.
The holiday sweaters?
Yeah, exactly.
The matching joints.
Yes, problems.
We need pictures. That's what we need.
Yeah, like, I feel like, yeah, nah.
I'm going to have my analyst look into it. We're going to dig that up real quick. You know what I mean? We'll holler at you about that.
Yeah, I did the a cappella thing. That was corny. I went, my go-to solo in my a cappella group in college was Valerie, Amy Winehouse. That was like, it's funny, I ran into someone recently. It was like, Molly Epstein, Valerie from the Crazy Pitches. That was the name of the a cappella group.
What was the name of the acapella group?
Crazy Pitches.
Crazy Pitches? The acapella from Crazy Pitches.
Yeah.
I
And
just
I
had
was
to
like,
get the
that's
context,
me,
'cause that just sounded like a
unfortunately.
wild statement.
Yeah, with a P, with a P.
All right.
You know, good play on words, like some super corny shit. But yeah. So, and what else did I sing? I was in gospel choir in high school.
Oh, for real?
For real. Yeah, I sang some Mary Mary. I remember Shavonna Bigham and I had like the fire duet in like sophomore year. Because she could really blow. She was a good singer. She was better than me. But we sang like a Mary Mary duet. I love gospel music.
That's saying a lot, man, because I heard you sing, me. Do your thing, good.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to cut you off.
Nah, I appreciate that. Yeah. It's weird, when I was younger, it was I had more of a belt. Like my voice was louder. As I've gotten older, it's gotten softer. I'm not sure what that's about.
It's probably the bills.
Yeah.
Saying your nerves.
Yeah.
You tired coming over to the open mic from work.
Yes.
You get it. All right, you know, Valerie.
Yeah. That's a fact. Just depleted. Yeah.
Word, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rent week.
Yes. That'll really take the wind out of my sails.
Yeah, that's funny
Yeah.
as fuck. So, all right, so you was doing that. So, like, how was singing present when you got to New York?
It wasn't. I studied film and video production in undergrad. Came to the city, thought like all my focus was on film and video. I was a freelance line producer for a few years. Ended up not liking it. Line producer, like budgets.
Produce
and
lines?
Line with an N.
Oh.
Like line by line budget.
I have no idea what that is.
Alright.
And it's crazy because I pride myself from being into production. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, it's for the best because that shit was so stale and it was not creative. It was not fun. I ended up bailing on it. I still appreciate video and, you know, whatever. But, yeah, the producing that I was doing was not creative enough for me personally. So I worked in service for like 6 years. And it's not a regret, but I wish that I had been doing music when I was working in service because that would have given me a lot of external motivation, and I was feeling real lost for a while.
I get that.
And I was like, damn, shit, it wasn't even on my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I gotta get out of some of these jobs. I need to figure out my path. But music wasn't really present for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, a couple years ago, my dad died, and I started writing like almost immediately. And it was not a thought like, I gotta do this for him or anything.
Right.
It just happened, like something shifted and I was like, it's something I love to do, makes me happy.
Like he didn't come out of the clouds like Mufasa.
Nah.
Saying you should
I
do this.
wish, but nah. Yeah, he was just a big supporter, and he always was like, you love to do it, it makes you happy, you got talent. I actually auditioned for The Voice a few years ago. I forgot about that. I didn't get anywhere with that. But that was like another weird push of mine that I was like, I'm gonna do that. But
that was post Bushwick.
That was post Bushwick. Yeah, that was like maybe 4 years ago. Yeah.
You said The Voice, right?
The Voice. Yeah.
You got to meet Christina.
Christina is so fire. I know she's like a pop star and was on The Voice and everyone like, but she's underrated in my book.
She can sing her ass off.
She can sing her ass off. And that album, Stripped, it's like her gospel album. She has a song with Alicia Keys on that album that is like so fire. Alicia's playing the piano. You ever heard Impossible?
Maybe I gotta check that out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, check with your analyst about that.
Yo, I'm your analyst. Check that out. We're gonna line that up. Good looking.
Yeah. That song is so fire. Alicia's on the keys, as she should be. Yeah. Yeah, that album
if
is so good.
Christina was to do a versus with anybody, who would it be with?
Insightful question. Christina. That's a great question. I'm not sure. Do you have a thought on that?
Should we put her against another white singer?
Oh, we can do that.
Or Amy Winehouse? Is that disrespectful?
No, it's not disrespectful.
Amy Winehouse is great.
I think they're very different. I wouldn't say that
But
Amy
they
Winehouse.
built from what I've seen.
Yes. They're, yeah. I mean, the power in both of them is there.
You know what I mean?
Stylistically, I'm not sure how easy it would be to like, if you have a Brandy and a Monica, you can kind of tit for tat, you can kind of measure it. But like Amy and they have such different vibes.
Who's a good one to put SZA against? If you want to just for the sake of, you want to just hear they shit back to back and you want to hear them chop it up. I would want to see her with, Summer, B.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I would love to see that, but Summer ain't gonna be with it.
I think SZA and her would be a nice little.
SZA and ooh,
yeah,
that'd be hard.
I actually like old SZA better than new SZA too. You ever heard like SZNA, right? The first 3 EPs, or
I heard Control.
All right, so yeah, most people started Control, but if you rewind,
Gina, man.
Yeah.
Shit just had to be like this.
Yeah.
But I ain't heard the other projects. I might have heard one-offs like from other projects, but that was the project that I heard front to back.
Yeah. I listened to that album front to back so many times, yo. But I feel like that album got me through some shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. She caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Just how in depth the lyrics and the content was.
Yes.
And her range.
And it really felt like her diary in like a really intimate way.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that. But her first 3 albums, I think they're EPs, but there's S, Z, and A. And they're all fire. Encourage you.
Oh, it's 3 separate.
Yeah, and they're
joints.
not. They're 3 projects. They're not on streaming services. So I encourage everyone to check them out on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Copy. You have an EP coming out. Am I correct?
Yeah. It's too early to plug that shit. It's written and recorded. But it needs a heavy mix down.
Is this your first EP?
This will be my first EP.
Word.
It's called Love Notes.
Love Notes.
Yeah.
You in the mood to talk a little bit about
Sure.
what inspired it? Or what inspired that? The name, at least.
Well, it's a kind. I can't tell if it's a. I thought of the title before I realized it was a play on words, but it happens to be a play on words with the notes thing and singing. But yeah, I got this like spurt of inspiration when I was like, it's very rooted in a relationship.
Yeah.
And it was a short-lived relationship, and so the album it's like 16 minutes, 5 tracks,
Right.
and it kind of runs the course of how it went down.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like the honeymoon phase all the way down
Yeah.
to I'm blocking you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Rear View, the single I dropped yesterday, is one of the tracks on the album. Yeah. Rear View, it's like the second to last track. Like, don't put me in your rear view, like
Word.
on, driving away type shit.
Yo, I might have to like ask for like an exclusive Google Drive link or something, man.
I'll share the
Check
folder
that out.
with you, bro.
Copy. Appreciate it. I have my endless, my assistant.
Oh, shit.
They on it. You gonna get a.
All right. All
reach
right.
out. My people gonna reach out to you about that. You
Okay,
heard?
sounds good.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, we had you at the open mic. Like, is you remember the first time coming to the open mic? And
I
what
do.
that was like for you?
Yes, very vividly. I sang Daydreamer by Adele, and I fucked the whole thing up. I didn't.
Like, fucked it up in a bad way?
I just forgot all the lyrics. I smoked a little weed before.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I smoked some weed. I had a drink.
You might have seen me in the sound booth like this.
Yeah, right? Right. LMAO. Yeah. Yeah, it was hard. I feel like I'm finally, I've been at the open mic every week for about 10 weeks now.
Yeah.
And I've really been trying to polish the shit up and loosen the nerves and knock the rust off from my college a cappella days.
Right.
And I'm getting into the groove. I still get nerves. I think everyone does. But, I feel much more comfortable now after kind of this, like, boot camp that I put myself through.
Yeah. You still got the sweaters?
I'm thinking specifically about this crew neck sweatshirt I wore that had a cat face on it.
We're going to need some photos of that.
Yeah.
We gotta,
I'm going
look that up.
to screenshot that from the YouTube video. Yeah.
2 minutes, bro.
Yeah, my phone's
Copy. All right, bet. So how we gonna end this? Let me see. So, what's the most recent artist or project that got you through some shit?
That got me through some shit. That's a great question. I actually brought my phone because I feel like I freeze on the spot and forget. Tony Braxton was a huge one growing up. Anyway, the most recent. Okay, so I think I was telling you I'm more of a playlist person than an album person. But I've been listening to a lot of West African music.
A word?
Yeah, big into the Afro beats right now. And the vocals coming out of, like, Ghana, Nigeria, so freaking fire. Right now, CK. You know about him? Whew. He's Nigerian. He's so dope.
We're going to connect about that.
Yeah.
I need to steal some
I've been
joints
listening
from
to
you.
his album.
I need to steal some joints, man.
Yeah, you gotta follow my Spotify. I think you would really fuck with it, to be honest.
Copy. I'm on the swiping your shit.
Yeah.
We exchange links and all that. So, we
Yo.
appreciate your time, bro. Like,
Ditto.
come through and shit.
Ditto.
We appreciate the love you come through and share at the open mic. Your voice is amazing. The people love
Thank
you.
you.
And we appreciate the way you support, what we do here, and that you use, this is like something you can get your shit off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, this space has been extremely special to me. I feel like the vibe, I always say this during my set, but the vibes are good, the support is good, the artistry is good. People are putting in work and they're coming to share that with whoever's in the room, and that's like a beautiful thing. And honestly, just huge shout to you, because I think I've shared this with you before, that I admire how much space you're able to hold for everyone, period. And I think you bring like an inspiring amount of energy to the table, and it wouldn't really be a thing without you. So don't cry now.
You gonna go to commercial?
Mama knows.
You gonna go to commercial? I appreciate that. It means a lot, yo. We're gonna get up out of here before the phone dies. Huh? Oh, cop the merch or whatever. We got hats too.
Go run up my new single.
The new single, what's on Spotify?
It's on Spotify and Apple Music.
What's it called?
It's called Rear View.
Rear View. Alright.
Skirt.
Dan Victor does. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
I like to just come on stage and
Get on up here, man.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh.
There we go. There we go.
Get your
I just want to say
references.
thanks. Shout out to Dan Victor Does. We got Wolf Set, No Artist Info, QC, Molly Indigo, Molly ETC on Instagram. Just come get it. Come Monday nights to Starr Bar. They got vegan food. They got lots of drinks. They got tasty drinks. They got a big stage. They got a piano. And they got a badass sound guy. Who is it? What? It's me. So come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. All right. See ya.
The big dog right there, yo.
Nice.
That was fun, son.
Was
We
that
gotta get the
being
analyst
was
speak.
that being like